Today, we're going to introduce you to one of the most innovative new technologies on the horizon, the hydrogen fuel cell. Mercedes-Benz has been working on fuel cell technology since the 1990s. Since then, there have been continuing improvements as Mercedes, as well as other car manufacturers, work to refine this technology. Fuel cell technology is one of the cleanest energy systems available. It basically works by combining hydrogen and oxygen to create an electrical charge, with the byproduct being H2O, or water. How does it work? A fuel cell vehicle is powered by an electric motor. The fuel cell stack, a series of fuel cells stacked together, generates the electricity. The stack combines a sufficient number of cells to produce the energy required to propel the car, charge the battery, and power the accessories, like the lights and radio. A high voltage battery in the rear of the car allows for instant acceleration, as well as for the storage of energy captured during braking. The vehicle is powered when the fuel, hydrogen, enters one side of the fuel cell, and air containing oxygen enters the other side. On the hydrogen side, the hydrogen splits into its proton and electron in a catalyst. The proton is able to pass through a membrane to the oxygen side, while the electron must pass around the membrane, releasing electricity. When the electron gets to the oxygen side, it recombines with the proton and oxygen to make H2O, or water. During this process, some heat is also liberated, which can be used to either warm the cabin or be rejected through the cooling system. The byproduct, water, comes out the tailpipe, generally in vapor form. Since there are fewer moving parts and no combustion engine, the car is quieter in operation. Given that the only derivative is water, the car has zero emissions. Furthermore, if the hydrogen is made from renewable energy such as solar or wind power, the entire process from fuel creation to usage is emission-free and sustainable. In this vehicle, the electric motor is under the hood. This drives the front wheels. The fuel cell stack is located under the driver and front passenger seats in the sandwich construction. Under the rear seats are the hydrogen fuel tanks, and the battery is in the rear. The F-Cell that we have here was used by the Wayne State University Police Department in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit was chosen as one of the cold climate environments in a Department of Energy sponsored program. During its operation as a police vehicle in Detroit, the F-Cell was subject to continuous stop-and-go situations in both warm and cold weather, as well as snow conditions. Another key factor in choosing this site was because a hydrogen station was provided by Next Energy at a location a few blocks from the police station. The Wayne State University Police used the car for approximately 2 years, from April 2006 to April 2008. The primary driver of the Wayne State University F-Cell was Ty O'Meara, who is currently a lieutenant with the Wayne State University Police. Let's hear from Ty and the other officers about their experience driving the F-Cell vehicle.
Since Wayne State University is a major research institution, I think it's only fitting that we be given the opportunity to participate in this research and to drive one of the prototype hydrogen fuel cell cars.
Lieutenant O'Meara wasn't the only officer to drive the Wayne State University vehicle. Sergeant Kelvin Thomas and Police Officer Gary Voigt were also among the drivers of the F-Cell on the campus.
I was a little skeptical about it when we first got it. I thought it would be some differences in the way the car handled, or the way the car functioned, the way the engine ran. But in terms of the way that the car runs and everything is basically the same as any other car, that kind of surprised me a little bit.
We're a pretty educated department, and people in this department realize that something needs to be done in terms of the environment, and in terms of gasoline, in terms of emissions into the atmosphere, price of gas being what it is right now. I think people know that this is the wave of the future.
The fuel cell car generated a lot of attention on the campus of Wayne State University. What particularly impressed them was the technology of the F-Cell, and that technology linked to the Mercedes-Benz brand. The presence of the car also created a dialogue between the police officers and the university campus.
A lot of times they talk to you and they find out a lot of times about what we do. Sometimes there's maybe a little confusion about what we do as police officers here because we work for the university, but kind of bridge the gap between the officer and the student or the community.
You got the ones that are noticing the nameplate, and then you got the others that are noticing the actual the actual fuel cell side of it, and and its attachment to the environment and that sort of thing. Yeah, it turns heads like crazy.
The refueling process is simple and much like refueling a conventional vehicle. Pull the car into the hydrogen station, open the filler door, attach the dispensing nozzle, and then push the dispense button. In a few minutes, the car should be full with hydrogen. Just remove the nozzle, close the filler door, and you're on your way. There's also a display in the vehicle that shows the fuel flow.
This display shows the flow of power. For example, right now as we brake, the energy from the car is being caught and sent back into the battery to be used later on. In a traditional vehicle, when you brake, that energy doesn't really go anywhere. It's wasted energy.
The hydrogen fuel cell vehicle used at Wayne State proved that the car could be used in all types of weather conditions, even winter in Detroit, with temperatures reaching as low as 5 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. The car was garage kept with the other Wayne State police vehicles and driven during the daily campus tours of the Wayne State Police Force. The officers using the car praised the technology and efficiency of the vehicle. They were so pleased with their experience with the car that they wrote to us, stating that they would welcome the opportunity to drive another Mercedes-Benz fuel cell vehicle in the future. This car is one of 60 A-Class vehicles in daily operation equipped with fuel cell technology. The other F-Cells are operated in California, Singapore, Japan, Iceland, and Germany. This particular car happens to be the first and only known police version, although a fire response vehicle is in use in Sacramento, California. Currently, Mercedes-Benz has over 100 fuel cell vehicles, which include transit buses and sprinter vans, with partners such as Wayne State University, which operate on a daily basis. Data from the use of this fleet of vehicles will be used in the development of the next generation fuel cell car, which will be based on the Mercedes-Benz B-Class platform. This car will have an approximate range of 250 miles. Plans are in place to make these vehicles available in areas with hydrogen refueling infrastructure in mid-2010. The F-Cell is emission-free and the fuel is sustainable. The only byproduct is water. It's quiet and has power that is suitable for most driving conditions. The officers at Wayne State were impressed with this car, and you will be too. For more information about Mercedes-Benz, visit our website at www.mbusa.com. And if you have any further questions regarding fuel cell technology and development for Mercedes-Benz, you can go to our website at www.daimler.com and click on the Sustainability tab. Thanks for your time, and the future is fuel cell.